In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite vintage prime lens, the Vivitar 28mm f2.8 lens. Be sure to stick around until the end of this video as I will cover what lens adapter to get, plus some extra bonus footage, all of that coming up. What's going on everybody? My name is Pierre, and if you are new to this channel, welcome. On this channel I do all things film related and give you my honest opinions on film gear and how to be more creative. So hit that like and subscribe button if you like this type of content, and please leave your comments down below. So this is the Vivitar 28mm f2.8 lens, and all of the footage that you're going to see in this video was shot using only this lens, my Sony a63,000 and a K&F lens adapter. The small and compact lens will only set you back $25 secondhand on Amazon or eBay. And sure, there are a lot of other lenses that you can get in the same focal length or for the same kind of price. But the reason why this is my favorite vintage lens is because of how versatile this lens can be. So let me explain to you what I mean by this. First, when shooting on an APS-C sensor, this lens would give you a 42mm field of view, since APS-C sensors has a crop value of 1.5. Meaning you will be able to use this lens for wide shots and close-up shots, and both areas are still going to give you some great looking bokeh. Now let me quickly explain to you why the field of view will change from 28mm to 48mm. Sony APS-C sensors has a crop factor of 1.5, so what you would have to do here is to take 1.5 times 28mm, and there you have your field of view. As simple as that. Another reason why this is one of my favorite vintage lenses is because of the unique colors and contrast it gives, and the bokeh is really beautiful. This might not be the sharpest lens out there, but it still holds up really good. And again, personal preference would also play a major factor here, as I'm not the biggest fan of sharp footage, and this lens has the perfect amount of sharpness that I was looking for. So there are 3 things that you would need to keep in mind when buying a new lens. Is it cheap? Is it fast? And finally, is it sharp? If you want a fast and sharp lens, it's not going to be that affordable anymore. And when you want a fast and affordable lens, it's not going to be that sharp anymore. And for me, this Vivitar lens fits perfectly into the fast and affordable category, since it's not the sharpest lens out there, but it's still very affordable. The Vivitar 28mm lens is a fully manual lens, meaning manual focus and manual aperture. This lens has no electronic connections, and this means that the focus and aperture would need to be set by yourself. So if you are used to autofocus lenses, then yes, this might be a bit tricky in the beginning to get the hang of. But I think this is a really good way to practice your filmmaking skills, and before you even know it, you would have mastered the art of focus and aperture settings. So let's go check out what lens adapter you would need when using this lens. This is a K&F FT to NEX lens adapter that I use on my Sony a63,000, and this adapter will work on all Sony E-mount cameras. For Fujifilm X-mount cameras, you can get the FT to FX K&F adapter, and if you are shooting on Canon EOS mounts, you will need to get a Canon FT to EOS adapter. Now, putting on the lens adapter to your camera is really easy, so let's go check that out. Connect the 2 red dots until you hear it click in. Next, let's put on a lens. Here you have to make sure your adapter is on lock mode and place your lens on top. Then twist your lens ring and switch from lock mode to open. If you don't put your adapter on open, you won't be able to control your aperture settings. So now I would like to show you some extra footage that I took with this lens to convince you even more to go out and get this awesome vintage lens. So there you have it. I hope this video has helped you out when looking into buying vintage lenses. Thanks again for watching until the end. Please leave all your questions down below, as I love to answer all of your questions and hear what you think about this awesome vintage lens. One more thing, remember, stay creative.